Hello, peeps! Welcome to another episode of Boundless. We are back here at Dragon's Watch, and I'm going to get started on the Twisted Dragon, which will be my shop here at Dragon's Watch. It's been a little bit since I did any videos here, so first things we're going to do is kind of do a little run around the town and see what has been added and changed. Actually, we need to do one thing really quick first. We need to run back to Muntean really fast to our house. I just realized that I forgot to grab my my sling bow. When I was last playing, my sling bow broke, so I needed to craft some new ones, and I did that. I just forgot to grab them. So now we have a sling bow. So now we can go back and take a little tour around the town and see if anything has changed since the last update video that I did. This house Andy hasn't done anything new to his place. Stretchius has came and designed and built all of these little crossroad structures. They turned out awesome. They are really well done, really amazing looking. So thank you, Stretchius, for doing these for Dragon's Watch. We have a new tenant in Dragon's Watch that built this really cool looking structure here, and this is Dune Dragons, and he's got which is supposed to be like a Christmas tree, so he's got really uniquely done where he's got storage containers, storage blocks around the tree with different colored gleam to be Christmas ornaments. And then I also liked how he did this with the augment crystals. It was a really cool touch too. It's even got a star up on top. It's really turned out really awesome. He had two trees in here, but he cut down the other tree and built this really cool looking fireplace. So we got an awesome fireplace in here with a nice couch in front of it. Some presents underneath the tree. It is Christmas time. There's a staircase to get up here, which still looks like, there's a couple couches. Not sure if he's done with it yet or not. Looks like there might be something. He might be working on something there, but. So that's Dune Dragon's place. Let's make sure we shut the door. Turned out pretty awesome looking. We have, like I said, we have these crossroad structures. Unless somebody's been on since the last time that I was on, I believe that was the only update since. Oh, Javita came and cleared out the old stuff that used to be here. That's cool. So maybe Javita will be building something shortly. And then we still have this build over here by Tickety. I just realized that I missed that. I'll have to come and do that chisel work. I need TwistedFoot to do it though, because he's got the chisel skills. So I think that's all we got for new updates in Dragon's Watch right now. we are, I believe we are officially up to number 4. Number 4 on the planet. Let's take a look. Oh, number 9. So we are up to number 9. I think we're actually 10 because this is off by 1. It doesn't seem, I think it doesn't count the actual capital. So we're actually, I think, 10th. So but what I want to do first is lay down a floor. And I'm going to just put this down as the floor all the way around it. I'm going to update it after with some different accenting, probably some type of like path to guide people to the different parts of the shop. But for now, I'm just going to lay down the path or the floor across the whole entire platform. That's going to be the first step in building the shop. We'll have to figure out something for underneath here. I'll have to make it so it's just not like sticking up here. We'll put some platform down there or some support poles or a retaining wall or something underneath there just so it's not wide open in the... Sorry, little wild stock. Can you move out of the way though? Just don't get mad at me. Oh. Well, I'm gonna say that'll bug me, but it shouldn't. It actually shouldn't be visible because that's going to end up being the wall, but I don't like it where that little parts of grass stick out. So let's just get this floor laid down. The nice thing with this guy, I don't have the skills for advanced block placement, so I can just spam putting the blocks down. I don't have to worry about which way I'm facing because it's always going to face them the exact same way, which makes placing the blocks so much easier. I kind of wish for people that do actually take the skill for the advanced placement, I actually wish there was a way that you could turn it off, like toggle it, without having to necessarily use a cleanse point. Of course, it's raining. I'm trying to film. Trying to make a video here and the rain's gotta fall. But I'm going to finish getting the floor in and I will be back as soon as we are done with that. Alright, I am back and I got the floor all done. I ran back to Montine and got some of these bricks and framed in kind of like the bottom, kind of like a a retaining wall. So all of this is, I didn't go totally down under the water, but so this should be all set up. It did come across a new player, and him and his buddy were building on Nashville, and somehow their base that they had there got wiped, they said. Kind of guessing, my guess is that their beacon ran out of fuel, maybe. Without actually like being there and knowing though for sure, I don't know if that's what happened, but I'd have to say that that's my guess as to what happened, why they would have, why their base would have got wiped. But he actually was part of this town, or at least in this town, when DZ Chan was making the dragon. So he's got experience with this town, and him and his buddy are currently looking for some spots to start building here. He was seemed kind of happy that this place was coming back, and was just kind of happy and surprised at the same time that there was that there was a portal hub here now. So that was pretty cool. Pretty cool to talk to him for a little bit. So hopefully they can find a cool spot to build at. Right now what I'm doing is just framing in some of the outside edges, the corners. That poor little spitter died. I didn't even hear him. So what I want to do is get this stuff framed in, and then I might just throw up the walls really quick. And I'm going to do like I've done previous in my other builds, where like I was doing in Montine, where I basically just frame in completely the whole walls, and then I'll come back after and knock out the windows and that kind of stuff. Now I can do this stuff here because I know this is where the door opening is going to go, and I know that's how big of a door I want it to go, so I can frame this in. And the same with this. So this will give us our door openings. And then kind of what my thoughts are for the build is going to be utilize this this sedimentary stone as the primary build material. There's going to be a second floor to this building too, so I gotta figure that out too. But for now I'm just gonna frame up this little bit, and then kind of what my thoughts are then for like windows is going to be, I'm going to utilize like a wood frame around the window. So somehow I'll knock out like this one, maybe these three, maybe make it, since this is going to be like the storefront basically, make that all a window. And maybe what I'll do is just chisel in a like frame around it on the outside. Again, I can build a little bit faster with TwistedFoot because he's got more skills for building, but I don't have to worry about block placement, which direction I'm placing a block with Twisted. And I'm going to leave that for that right now. I'm just going to frame in most of the walls. Like I said, we'll worry about figuring out what we're going to do for windows after. And I don't know if I probably won't have enough material. I'll probably have to go get some more material. I just grabbed a couple stacks of stuff. I didn't actually see how big the stacks were. I just grabbed a couple smart stacks. But I'm going to get this all framed in, at least the lower wall, and I will be back as soon as I get that done. Okay, we are back after getting all of at least the outside lower wall, lower floor, bottom floor. Yeah. I got the bottom floor walls all done. So now we need to kind of figure out, we can either work on figuring out where the windows might possibly go, or we can figure out how we're going to do the next level. And I think I want to do how we want to figure out the next level, because then that'll give us, if anything, at least get the next layer done. So basically the floor of the next level, which will basically give us a roof over this section. So that is not the one that I wanted. I want this one in the corners, and then I'm hoping this looks the right way. I think it does. Yep. Alright, that should work. This will give us a little decorative touch, which is good since this is decorative sedimentary rock. Now, we're basically using all of this tan sedimentary rock so far in this build, and we will slowly get more color options added, particularly like around the windows. I'm thinking maybe in the flooring, where we have like the walk paths in between the actual shop stands, we can do a different color. I kind of forgot about wanting to actually have a basement below this thing, so I need to figure that out yet too, because the basement, we need some spot for machines and stuff, because I don't necessarily want to have to run back and forth each time all the way from Montine to here to get stuff to sell. And I don't know where I'm going to put the stairs at yet. There's only a couple minor things about this build that I actually have really thought out and planned out. And one of them's kind of a little bit of a surprise that will be shown. The build for that will be shown. It'll probably be the last thing that I build for here. And it'll probably be one of the more cooler things that I've ever built in the game. I don't know. I might practice building it first. But I don't know for sure yet. Alright, we're running out of material, so we have a pretty good start here. I mean, this is going to be a big shop. A second floor might not even be necessary. I've never had a shop this big. All my shops have been pretty small. My Muntean shop is probably my biggest, well, not probably, it is my biggest shop. Let's see, what kind of choices do we have? Let's just try something with the window here. It'll be easy enough to put back in if I don't like how it looks, but I was originally thinking a wood frame around the windows, but I want to try this brick out once. Since that's what we're using around the door, it would make sense to have this brick around the windows too. Because it would add structural support to the building in like real life. So like that. And then what we can do with from there is now this is going to be a little bit tough to do because I don't have the chisel skills. So I might have to place these down and basically switch characters quick and have TwistedFoot come and chisel these down. I do have an iron. And I don't know more. That might look pretty cool. So I will be right back. I'm going to go grab some more materials and Oh, excuse me. I'll grab some more material and I will bring TwistedFoot out here and I will chisel down this window opening, the wood around it, and we will see what it looks like when I get back. Okay, we are back in front of the Twisted Dragon, and I just got shot by a pesky little spitter. And he is going to instantly regret this once I get the hang of what I'm doing. So, we are back. It's been a couple days. Really? It's been a couple days since I was last recording working on the Twisted Dragon, and I ended up getting quite a bit of it done. So I got pretty much all of the exterior walls done, all of the windows are in, all of the floor is in, and all of the ceiling is in. So I need to start figuring out how I'm going to lay out the interior, where I'm going to put the shop stands at. I do have a plan to have a upstairs part to this, so I need to figure out where I'm going to put the stairs at. So there's a couple more things to do yet, but I actually could throw shop stands in here and actually open this up and let people come in here and shop. So this is how the windows turned out looking. We got that same little frame around all of the windows. Wow, there are spitters out tonight. I don't know if I necessarily like how this ended up turning out looking, so I might change this up a little bit, like this row. Oops. I forget that I'm on a lower tier planet and it's easy for me to break stuff. But that row there, I'm not too overly. I'm surprised I don't one hit that even with a totem. Now that would be kind of funny. So I might change that out, but I don't know for sure yet. I might just leave it and just say, to heck with it. It's just a shop. It doesn't need to look super fancy. In the middle of recording this episode, I met up with those other two players that had played here before, and they wanted to start building here, and they picked a location up here on top of the hill. So I kind of stopped working on the Twisted Dragon over there, and I came and I built a path up here. So now we have a path that goes up on top of the little ice hill behind, to the east, I guess, of Dragon's Watch. And they got a tower going on up here and a couple other things that they're going to be building up here. So it's kind of cool from up here. You can see a lot of the town from up here. Pretty much all of the town from up here. And then we had this player started building here. They had machines and stuff here, but now I see all of their machines are gone. So I'm not sure if they're relocating to a different spot or changed their mind as to wanting to build here or what. I haven't actually seen the player in town, but otherwise everything else is still just kind of slowly moving along. Javita's been working a little bit on his little build there. Zelda Fax has put up some shop stands here with some request baskets and some shop stands on the back side of their portal. Their Fire Caverns portal. So that's looking good. Other than that, this is going to wrap up this episode. So, thanks everybody for watching. Hit the like button if you liked what you saw, and subscribe if you want to see more content. And I will talk to everybody later. See ya.